UDILL. Hello, Emily. How are you? Hello, hello backrooms. So what you are listening to is a piece composed by Sam. It's called Sam Jam V1, and it is generative music. What does it mean by generative music? It means that the music you are listening to is being generated by the code, by this line of code. It's called Csound. So if I change anything in the code here, the music is gonna be different. So for example, I haven't messed up with this yet, but like, let me see. If I change it to 230, then you will see the tempo of the music must be faster, like that. And now if I change this to like something extreme, like 530, you see the music's much faster. But if I change this to like 100, then it's slower music. Yep. Alright. And like any parameters in here, if you change, it makes a completely different music. So for example, here we have kick and snare. I don't know if I change to, is that 02? I guess this is the beat where the kick is playing. Let's generate that. You see, it totally changed the music because I changed the kick, snare, hi-hat, the pad, the root. I think it is the like the root note. So whatever changes to 10 doesn't make any difference. Okay, so it's remove the melody. How about 1? Hello everyone. Is anyone familiar with generative music, like writing code to generate music like this one? Okay, let's undo all of this, and today I want to tackle something related to the previous session where I do the audio connection between the effects and samplers. Today I tested with multiplayer, so basically 2 players trying to run the same thing, and then we run into several problems. And now I want to solve that, and I have a checklist of what we need to do. So for example, we need to network all the connections. The sampler looks tiny for client, sometimes the object position doesn't sync, and we should be able to stop object from flying. And in order to to test multiplayer, I'm setting up two computers right here. So let me stop the music for now. So in order to to test the VR headset, like multiplayer on the VR headset, we will set up two computers so that we can run two instances of the app simultaneously. And to streamline that process, I'm gonna set up Chrome remote desktop. So I can use like one mouse and one keyboard to control two computers at the same time. Um, access computer. Here we go. I need to enter the pin. Remember the pin. Yep. And now we are accessing my other computer. And on the other computer, I have CsoundMeta running. But this one doesn't have the latest code. So I need to pull the latest code and make sure that I also push the latest code to Git. Alright, so look like I already have the latest code. Now, because this CsoundMeta depending on Csound Unity, so we need to update Csound Unity as well. So to do that, we go to yeah, I guess we could do that from Visual Studio. In terminal, git bash, go to package and Csound Unity, and then push strongbear audio bus. Everything up to date. Now go back to my other Windows, and then open up Effortless. To the terminal, also open a git bash and pull the latest code of Csound Unity. Wait for a moment while it's waiting and downloading the new .NET version. Hello, bad intentions. Yeah. Still, maybe in the meantime, I open git bash instead. So go to project, effortless, package, Csound Unity, then git remote update, and then we need to check out the other branch, which is the audio bus, and then pull that new code. So already up to date. So from here. What is this? Composition text editor. Did we commit this composition text editor? I think so. So I guess we can just completely ignore these files and just pull new code. So I'm gonna discard all of these and pull the latest. Yeah, and discard these three. Pull the latest code. It's pulling. Hello Asuna. And then hello Zevza Dala 1984. So restart Visual Studio to apply the latest version. Cool. Alright, so on this computer, it's still loading, but I'm gonna run the app in simulation mode, and on the main computer here, or out here, we're gonna run using the headset, and we try to fix several networking issue. And which like one feature we want to do is like as a user, I want to save the audio connections. Okay, so let's figure out how we're gonna make the connections networked. So let's review the code a little bit. Let's review the code first. Let me close several files that we are not using here. Make it simpler. Close several files. All right. So we have the audio connection manager where it stores all the connections. Each connection is a CM audio connection object. And we need to pass these connections through the network. So a couple of issues that we need to consider. It is that we need to make the connection available to all the clients. Make the connection available to all clients when a connection is connected, and also for people who join later, the connection should be available to those as well. Hmm. So let me review how to make a connection. So in the UI, when we select an output and an input, we're gonna call the live effects output here. Um, the live effects output is gonna call this function connect to Csound input. Um, this function will set the audio bus out of this CM audio output to the audio bus in of the input is at Unity. So, and then we set input connect to true. So these two functions, we need to, oh, I think we got an issue with the desktop over here. So Unity is crashing. Open Unity again. Oh, now that's because we update to the newer version. So I need to install the new version of Unity. It requires almost 1.6 gigabytes. Microsoft Visual Studio, we don't need that. We need Android view support. And yeah, that's it. Continue, agree, install. Everything is running in progress. Go back to the code and review. So we have these connect functions. So maybe we need to turn it into RPC, or so what if we make this into a turn this into a network behavior, and then we'll do a command, make a command and require authority to false, and then do a command select output, and then this input, and then we need a RPC as well. So this is a client RPC. Down here we need another client RPC. Um, for the RPC we need to do a try catch. So I'm gonna ask Copilot to editor inline chat fix line um, try catch. Um, show the stack trace. Okay, accept. Quick fix in system. Same for this RPC, where we'll control I doesn't work. So we're gonna do try catch. And for this function, we do name of. So later on, if we change the name of function, it still work. So this one, I see disconnect output, name of. What? What's wrong? Okay, that's because cap locks it on. Then okay. So CM audio output is a network behavior. It get audio outputs out. Get audio outputs out. Select the output. So the output will call set output. How about this function? Connect to Csound output. Where this call get call file reference. So that is called in the audio connection manager. And audio connection manager is also is a mono behavior. I think we should change that to a network behavior. And then the this should be a sync list. Yeah, this is sync list, and the sync list will take mm, yeah, internal input and output. All right. So when we select an input, this like connect. Instead of connect, I think we need to do like a command. This command is called CMD connect, and then it will it will call RPC connect. Uh, Disconnect function doesn't take any arguments. Mm, select input and disconnect. Select input. Function disconnect. Otherwise, connect to Csound and add to the list. need a 5 minutes break from here. It's pretty sleepy today. Hmm. get back to work. um, I want to review a bit about how we did the connections, like store the connections and sync it through the network. So mm, I think it's in op tools, Csound op tools when we store the connection. So here we have a dictionary, we have a connection controller connections line. In this controller connections lines, controller connections lines on activate device, we just try to remove connection, remove benzene line in this connection, now enable control that's it, connection line prefab, I'm gonna do connection set color, all stuff like that, enable control. But I want to see um, where it like do the connection over the network. So where is it? Connection lines, remove connection lines, remove connection lines here, remove connection line. We have we passed in the controller type and the net ID. What is the net ID? So I think net ID is the unique ID of the objects. In here we call string line, we pass in the net ID. Net ID is a unsigned integer. Left controller connection remove net ID, so the left control or connections contain a net ID. Okay, so this is a string list of unsigned of uint, and then controller connection lines is a private dictionary of strings and uint, and this connection controller connection lines so once we add the controller or connection, then we add the controller type and the net ID. So the controller type is like the left hand controller or the right hand controller. And the net ID will tell which object should the controller attach to. And this connection line, oh, okay, this connection line is a game object. So alright, so which means it tells like this connection from which controller to which objects, and then that map to which connection game object. Got it. All right. So this is string list of left controller or connection, and left controller connection. Here we have on add, on remove, on add will add controller connection. An add controller connection will create the connection and add the private things to the list. Dictionary to store the connection lines between the controllers and the warp keys, the controller type, net ID. The value is the connection line itself. Sounds good. Mhm. Okay, so maybe back in here we have the connection. The connection is a sing list, and I think the audio connection, instead of containing two object, which is a CM audio input and CM audio output, maybe it contains um, two uint for the input network ID and then output network ID, and then the sing list will be, or yeah, or that would be like a sing dictionary, sing list or sing dictionary, sing. Yeah, maybe sing public class. Hmm. Okay. But then once we have the in the Csound op tools, when we have the net ID, how do we get the object from the net ID? So this is network behavior on start server, on stats, records, list player, connection line, prefab. Okay, so on start client, we have this on add, and because it's a sync list, so this will be called automatically. All right, I got it. So, which means we still let's undo this first. Um, so we still keep this list of connection, but this list of connection is like instead of a public one, we could make it into a private one. Yeah, right, because it's available only inside of this audio connection manager. It doesn't isn't available anywhere else. So we might make it a private one, and then we knit another sync list. Hmm. Should we do sync list or sync set or what? Over here we have let's let's go to the mirror network documentation and see, besides sync list, what else do we have? Sync we have sync list, sync dictionary, sync hash set. How about this one? Using hash sets as a set. Sync var are probably classes inherited. when a game object spawn, a new player join game process and the latest state of all sync files to network. Syncfile can use type support by mirror. It can up to 64 syncfile per single network behavior script. So these are the type that support by syncfor. Syncfor basic type, built-in Unity mask type, built-in Unity type that are structs under the hood, network identity, network behavior, game object with network identity component that have been network spawned, not a prefab. So which means like Csound manager stuff like that be could be a sync bar structures with any of a both must replace the whole struct value, not just change its property. Class as long as its field has supported data, it must replace the whole class value, not just the change its property. This will allocate garbage and will be instanced a new and receiver every time they send. Scriptable object arise of any of above. So, which means that if we turn the CM input into a network behavior and the CM output into a network behavior, then this class CM auto connection could be put inside a sync list. So if I turn this into a network behavior and using mirror, this live output is already a network behavior, then I don't need to create a new class, but I could turn this into a sync list. Yeah, it's as a sync list. So if that's a sync list already, then on start client, yeah, we need to do on start client. Is it a public or private? Okay, it's a public function. Public void on start client. We do connections dot on at equal to, it will take an index and then with that index we'll do reconnections Okay, maybe that. Then connections on remove. We do disconnect. Yeah, disconnect the connection. On add, on remove, on change, on clear. So string list, insert, remove, clear, change. Okay, just add and remove for now. So once we do we select an input, then I think we should call CMD connect from here. Yeah, CMD connect. Over here, CMD connect. And then in CMD connect, we call the connect function. The connect function will check if uh, if no output no. Um, Here we must pass the selected input and selected output. And this one text CM audio inputs, input and output. And we should call input and output. Then in here, we should do if server, do that, otherwise do that. That this is a maybe remove that too. So the connect function is also always in the server side. Connect always run on server side. If input and output is no, for that, and then we rename this to input and rename this one to output. If input or output is no, then we do not do anything. Allow a warning. This is the name of CMD connect. Input and output is no. We disconnect, and instead of disconnect, we just one can only be connected to one output. Right, we'll call disconnect, and then output connect to Csound. I think okay, so over here is reconnect. The reconnect is gonna do connect to Csound. Okay, the reconnect doesn't do anything with the visual, so we need a function to do the visual. So this is public void connect uh, connect and disconnect get the input and output. Then what it's gonna do is to do that, and also and this output node and input node we're gonna put in this CMD connect. Mm, no. Yep. Clear that out. And then we paste it here. And this we will try. Catch. Format document. This is commit only. Hmm. Yes, we should do connect connection input and connection output. Since we add it, it should automatically do the in this disconnect. Choose it. So this one does both the visual and actual disconnects from Csound and Unity. CR data connection is a class of so this function disconnect input So basically, what we need to do is just call add and remove on the sync list of connections. Then everything will be run on the client automatically. I think so. So this disconnect input, uh, disconnect input, just that. So over here we need to call mm, one input can only be connect to one output. So okay. S- So we gotta go through existing connection. Um, Connection remove connections. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, good. And what do we call reconnect? So CM audio output, CM audio input, they all have the network behavior on it. And this is our core manager. Should be a sync var. Internal Bezier line. That should be a sync var. This one should be fine. Live FX output audio bus. Okay. Well, let's test it out. So why fail? Editor verification fail. Retry. Okay. Yes. Let's update this to a newer version, and then run it. It's totally black in the headset. Cast. High GPU load. Disable link. Your MetaQuest Pro battery is low. This just doesn't work yet. I guess I have to restart the headset. Alright. Cast screen. Cool. Objects found in your boundary. Okay, MetaQuest link is booting up. Alright. I can put the headset on and start testing. Pin it. Make it a little bit smaller. It's easier to watch. Unmute the audio and then play. And start host. Okay. Switch to the headset view and start host. We create like a classic. The South Classics is right. Then spectral harmonizer connected. No, it doesn't work. So object reference to not set to an instant object. Audio connection manager. Object reference not set to an instant object. Send command internal. Command connect. We select the input. It's gonna select this. Select the input is that. If not, we select the output is not no. We pass the selected output into the function here. Then we're going to trouble no reference exception object reference not set to an instant object. Why? Object reference not set to an instant object. Hmm. 377. Message is new command message. Is it because the net ID is that? So it isn't clear where we failed. Obviously it's not inside here, because if it failed in here, then we should get this error, but no, we don't get that error. No reference exception. Selected input and this is because we set because of this. I don't think so, but let's try to command it out. Check again. Alright, start host. Very classic. And effects, silver. This one, this one. Okay, we still have we still have this error. Send command to know full name. So what was wrong? 55. We try to call CMD connect. We passed selected input and selected output. For some reason we get no reference exception from here. Huh. So I guess we cannot pass the whole object into CMD connect. Let me try 711. Just for a command. Network messages. For most part, we recommend the high-level commands and RPC calls and things like that, but you can also send low-level network messages. that can be useful. You want clients to send messages that are tied to game objects, logging, analytic, for filing information. This is a public interface called network message that can extend to make the serializable network message structs. Okay, I don't know what is going on. So I may ask AI for help and hope it will give me some hints. Interesting. Yeah, so probably once that select input, it might be no. So let's do a check here. If selected input is no, let's do a error. Similarly over here, if output is no, then we log it out. So that way we make sure that the selected input and output is not no. But I wonder what could make them no. It doesn't make sense to me. Connection. Try again. Oh, okay. We got an error right in front here. So, audio connection manager on mic sample manager requires network identity. We don't have that, so yeah, that's the big problem. Audio connection manager on microphone manager, on mic sample manager. My sample manager in here should have the network identity that is missing. My sample manager put into there, and because one we need to have a network identity. Save it. Play. This time it should work. Yep, it's working. And we have three error here. Those are normal. And let's disconnect. Create another one. So connect that with that. Okay. Let's see if it's actually working. Ignore. I want to see the. Okay, so after connect, after doing the connection, we need to do that. Do that and do that. Which actually don't need this. Don't need that. Let's refactor it a little bit to make it easier to follow. So basically the input and output are on the or on the classic on the effects, so they already have network identity, except the mic sampler. Mic sampler, I don't know if it has the network identity on it yet. So let's check it out. Sampler instrument. Yes, it's already have uh, the network identity. So passing the audio input and audio output around in a command or client should be fine. When the client starts, it should check through the connection list, and they if they happen to have um, the connection, then should automatically connect. When we move, it disconnect this connection. Disconnect connection gonna do the disconnects and also disable the visual. I don't think we need to remove it from the collection like that, and maybe make this one a private function. because the public one going to be the CMD disconnect. So this should be a private function. Also, this one should be a private one. Yeah, this one should be a private. Uh, disconnect audio input, disconnect audio output. And I think mm, who's calling this? Okay. Disconnect this output input. And here we would call like a public CMD disconnect. That's nope. I'm gonna create a command and just CMD disconnect, and CMD disconnect would get a CM audio connection and pass in a connection. Then once we do that, we just call connections remove, and because we remove that, it's gonna call this disconnect here. We don't do that, we do CMD disconnect. Here we would also call CMD disconnect. That's a private one, and reconnect for reconnect. Reconnect and Csound Work Manager. Who uses reconnect audio input? It doesn't get used anywhere, so we could safely remove it. I think. Okay. Set the creator to the audio source. Stop recording and reconnect. Why do we need to reconnect? I don't think so. Down here. So when we load the recording, we also ask for reconnection, but I don't think we need that because we're using the audio bus to do it. Mm, reconnect the sound work manager, connection inputs, then connection outputs connects to the sound input. Yeah, we just need to say CMD connect and then connection input and connection output. Um, Similarly, I would draw CMD connect connection input and maybe alright. That's how we reconnect. That's how we disconnect. And, okay, looking good to me. Mm, changes to OBR plugin detected. Let's restart the editor. Okay. Do the test one more time. That's a violet. We should hear some sound. Now, blue. We connect that with that. So looking. Another one. Connect that with that. Okay. That's. And we connect there. Ooh. Switch here. How about that? There. All working. Switch the effects. Disconnect that. No, the disconnection not working. Hmm. So let me check if the disconnect function is still there. Okay, disconnect still there, but it's not working. Yeah, the function disconnect is still there. So basically, in order to disconnect, we remove the connection from the list in hope that the unremove function will get called, and then we cause this disconnect, and it should be unlinked. Um, is that true? Is unlinked get called? No. So we have linked, but we don't have unlinked. Disconnect outputs, disconnect this. Okay. So I don't think when is this CMD stuff like that. Maybe not this one, because we are not using those at all. Okay. Disconnect output. It's gonna call disconnect output. Then in turn it's call this. Let's remove the connection. Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Break. Then next.